Hey, you've just stepped into the Caring Corner, where life's caregiving challenges meet a whole lot of heart and a dash of sass. I'm Mischelle O'Neal, and I'm here to serve up insights, inspiration, and real life tools to help you navigate caring for your kids and aging loved ones without forgetting about you. Expect everything from time management hacks and emotional wellness strategies to technology tips sprinkled with humor and tenacity. Are you ready? Let's get to it. Hey, and welcome to the Caring Corner. I'm Mischelle O'Neal, your host and resident emotional wellness coach. And today we're going to dive into a topic that touches all of us in some form or fashion: embracing change. In fact, it is still a struggle for me at times, but the process has gotten, if not less painful, at least not as drawn out as it was in the past. So let me start by clarifying the word change. It doesn't have to be a dramatic life event. Sometimes the subtle shifts leave the deepest impact. It could be as simple as a change in a daily routine, a new responsibility at work, or adjusting to an empty nest. And these moments, big or small, shape us in profound ways. So today, I want to explore not just how to navigate these changes, but how to embrace them with honesty and grace. We'll talk about the importance of recognizing and accepting our emotional responses, the power of self honesty and understanding our reactions, and how, in these moments of change, we find unexpected growth opportunities. Wherever you are in your journey of change, this episode is for you. Let's grab the bull by the horns and tackle what I feel is the hardest challenge with processing through change: self honesty. Now, self honesty is a powerful tool, especially when facing change. It's about looking inward and acknowledging our true feelings and reactions to the changes happening around us. But it doesn't happen immediately. In fact, it may take a minute to get to this vital part of the journey. So let me share a personal experience. Let me set this up by sharing that I have a little bit of, well, my family calls it OCD, but I just call it a strong affection for order and peace. So, with that said, any change, if not approached in the right vein, can become major if I allow it. So recently, I found myself facing several life changes all at once. None of them bad, they're just different. So let's say I'm transitioning from what I've created as a very structured, controlled environment to one that is, well, actually unstructured, less planned, and more spontaneous. If you could see me, you would know that I'm sitting here with this deer in the headlight look on my face. But cool. Let me take a breath, a deep breath. See, I do actually use my own techniques. Okay, I'm back. The thing was, I was kicking and screaming, inwardly, that is. I was having an internal, actually, meltdown, but like all good tantrums, they must come to an end. Unfortunately, my tantrums had external manifestations, and I found myself feeling unusually stressed and irritable. It wasn't until I sat back, acknowledged my frustrations, and admitted that this change was a big deal for me. At that point, I could then start finding a way to move forward. Now, it took me a moment of being honest with myself to admit how this change significantly impacted me. It wasn't just about the schedule, it was about how this change disrupted my sense of control and routine, which I value deeply. This realization has a turning point, okay? It allowed me to address my feelings and find solutions. I started to reshape my thought process, how I was looking at things. I began to look for ways to adjust my routine to accommodate these changes. And surprisingly, this led to more efficient habits and ways of getting work done, like this podcast. The act of self honesty, acknowledging that even small changes can profoundly impact our well being, well, that's crucial. It's about giving ourselves permission to feel, to say, hey, this is hard. This is affecting me. And you know what? That's okay. It's the first step towards finding solutions that work not just on the practical level, but on an emotional level as well. I learned that acknowledging my genuine reactions, even to small changes, is crucial. It's not just the magnitude of the change, it's how we internally process it. By being honest with ourselves, we can eventually make the emotional shifts needed to transform our challenges into opportunities for growth and improvement. So, are you or have you recently experienced a change in your life? Have you taken the time to really understand how it's affecting you? I mean, truly, are there feelings that you've actually been just brushing them aside? Remember, acknowledging these emotions is the first step in effectively adapting to change. So, now let's talk about concrete strategies for adapting to these changes. The practical steps that we can take to survive through them and thrive on the other side of each of these life's transitions. I want to give you 5 strategies to help you master the change process. One is the power of journaling, seeking support, reframing perspectives, balancing acceptance and proactivity, and taking small, measurable steps. And I want to go a little bit into each one of these. So let's start with the power of journaling. One of the first tools I recommend is journaling. It's more than just writing down your thoughts, it's about clarity and understanding. I believe how we used to think of journaling has to change. So we shouldn't get hung up on the word journaling. When you journal, pin your thoughts, however you choose to look at it. In all actuality, you're having a conversation with yourself. You're unpacking your feelings, your fears, and your hopes. And as nice as it would be to have someone that we could bounce things off when needed, you don't always have that luxury and opportunity, or sometimes that right person. Now, I've made it a practice to start here first. Often it doesn't need to go even any further. But let me clarify for you before I move forward that a conversation needs to take place with yourself. It's a powerful way to process change and to see things from a new perspective. The second thing is seeking support. It's another key strategy in the process, whether it's friends, family, a support group, or a professional coach like me. Having someone to talk to makes a world of difference. Sometimes just voicing your thoughts and concerns out loud brings a sense of relief and new insights. But let me be clear, this is different from the journaling conversation that I talked about a few minutes ago. And if you need more clarification, don't hesitate to reach out to me. These are 2 distinct steps with distinct purposes and outcome. And I'd love to talk more to you about them. The third thing is reframing perspectives. Now, reframing your perspective is another crucial step. In fact, they're all crucial. It's about shifting from seeing changes as a disruption to viewing it as an opportunity for growth. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger, wiser, more adaptable? These are questions that need to be answered. And then the next process would be balancing acceptance and proactivity. There's a delicate balance between accepting change and being proactive. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation. It means understanding that some things are actually beyond our control. On the other hand, being proactive means taking charge of what we can influence. We can influence our reactions, our mindset, and our next steps. Get that? Now, the final one is taking small, manageable steps. Remember, adapting to change doesn't have to happen overnight. It's about taking those small, manageable steps. Set realistic goals, celebrate the small wins, and be patient with yourself. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a process and it's progress. But I want to take it even deeper. Pick one small step at a time. I want to repeat that. Pick one small step at a time. Execute it, release it, and then grab a deep breath and take action. Take the next action. This helps you to avoid overwhelming yourself. I want you to remember change is a natural part of life, but how we adapt to it defines our journey. Embrace these strategies and let them guide you through your transition. Look, there's no perfect order to these. The thing is to embrace these strategies. But before we finish today, I want to discuss the incredible power of community during times of change. Now, community support can be incredibly uplifting and a source of diverse perspectives that help us navigate through these life challenges. I have seen remarkable examples of support and transformation in our Caring Corner community. These narratives highlight how leaning on each other can provide comfort and practical solutions and emotional resilience. And sometimes all it takes is opening up a space for conversation. If you haven't already, I invite you to join the Caring Corner group. I'm cultivating a space where we share, support, and grow together. And in this group, we're nurturing a community ready to welcome you with open arms, especially during challenging times. And I'm excited also to introduce Serenity, our new support bot, and she'll be available exclusively in our group in mid February. Now, Serenity is designed to provide you with empathetic responses and strategies for managing stress and emotional challenges. It's a safe space to explore your feelings and find guidance. As we wrap up today's episode, remember that change, though challenging, is also a doorway to exploring something new, something exciting. With the strategies we've discussed and with the support of our community, you're never alone on this journey. Thank you for joining me today at the Caring Corner. If today's episode resonates with you, I'd love to hear your stories and feedback. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and leave a review. Remember, your experiences and insights could be the beacon of hope for someone else in our community. Here's to embracing change together with honesty, support, and hope. Take care.
All right, that's a wrap for today at the Caring Corner. We've tackled some big topics, but remember, you're not in this alone. Subscribe to keep the wisdom and warmth coming. And stay tuned for amazing guests who'll be joining us to help round out your caregiving toolkit. Catch you next time and keep conquering those challenges.